I'm Jason Harris.
And I'm Jeff Harris.
And this is Furnitureland South, the largest furniture store in the world.
Our family has been in the furniture industry for over 40 years, and we have over 135 design consultants.
Our designers make over about 25,000 homes every year. From celebrity to starter homes, every project is completely different.
So what happens when two Furnitureland South design teams go head-to-head in a competition to create the best space for the same client?
And they've only got one day to get the job done.
Each team will bring their own style, personality, and experience to the table. Both teams have the skills to win.
But only one team can be named Space Off champions. Are you ready?
Yeah! Sounds like they're ready. Are you? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Great. Welcome to Space Off.
Are you guys excited? Well, as you know, once you receive the challenge, you're going to have 1 hour to plan your spaces. You're then going to have 4 hours to shop Furnitureland South for furniture and accessories. Then you'll have the rest of the afternoon to install your spaces.
And then tomorrow is Judgment Day. Okay, relax. You'll have a little time in the mornings for finishing touches before the judges arrive to take a look at your individual rooms.
Guys, the winner of this challenge will advance to the second round and have a chance of becoming this season's Space Off champions.
Are you ready for the challenge?
Absolutely. If you turn around and look behind you through those windows over there, you guys can see that we're at the beach. Your clients are a young couple who have just purchased a beach condo, and you're planning a living and dining space for them. They're going to need your help creating the perfect vacation getaway.
Of course, they're not excited about the column that you'll find in the room, okay? They're very anxious to see how you can weave that into the design and maybe even have a little fun with it.
I really look forward to seeing what you guys come up with here.
Me too. Sounds like a lot of fun.
All right, guys, so Jeff and I are going to come back after an hour and turn you loose on your shopping. Use your time wisely and come up with a great plan. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
I'm Patrick.
I'm Liz. We've never worked together, but we have similar taste level, style.
But we're great friends. We're really looking forward to working together.
I think we'll have a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
It'll be great.
Always a lot of fun. So.
I'm Kate.
And I'm Jason.
We've been working together for a couple of years.
Well, do we count school?
So we sat next to each other while working on projects in the lab at school, if you count that.
Yeah.
Kate and Jason are great designers. I consider them great friends.
Very talented designers. Yeah. Very talented.
We're still going to win, but
Absolutely.
They are
Absolutely.
good people.
Game is on.
Couldn't beat a better person.
I think Kate is definitely a little more aggressive.
I don't know.
Competitively than I. She's like, oh yeah, we're going to take him down. And I'm like, well, we'll see.
I think that Patrick and Liz are going to give us a run for our money.
When we walked on the set and saw the column, I immediately thought, in this beach condo, the space is already limited.
I thought it was a mistake. But.
Really, I wanted to solve it, just take it away. Can we do that? But they said no. So
Part of the deal.
Yep.
When we first walked on set and saw that column, I had a mini panic attack. But after a couple minutes, I thought, we're really going to be able to work this column into our design. We don't want to ignore it. We're not quite sure what we're doing with it at this point, but we will definitely.
I've got some ideas.
Okay, everyone, time's up. Let's start shopping.
We're going to go get the sofa first.
Absolutely, and that's going to help dictate the rest of the pieces in the space.
The space is so small that the scale of that sofa is low, so I felt like it left the space wide open.
Absolutely. And also, Liz, with the architectural elements on the back of the sofa itself, you know, it's going to give
A pretty view, yeah.
It's going to be a visual interest to all sides of the sofa, as well as the scale of it is going to work well.
My
We've got
goal
a
was
lot
to
of-
make it useful space.
Absolutely. For
And
the-
pretty.
For the
Always pretty.
always pretty.
The thing I'm most excited about is those umbrellas that I thought of, and on the showroom floor, they've been sitting on our showroom floor for years, and it just popped in my head, and I think that's really gonna make a huge statement in the space.
They're really fun, they're unique, and I don't think a lot of people have seen an umbrella used in a home before, so it's gonna be fun.
We were excited to learn about the beach condo because it's something that we do quite often.
Absolutely. We do a lot of these with clients that come into the store. But I'm not very excited about this column we've got to work around, Liz, in the space.
It's true, but it is a real life challenge. Those things do happen.
Definitely architectural challenges every day, awkward moments.
Our clients are a young married couple, probably about our age. They are city folk.
21, 22.
Right, oh sure. We'll go with that. It's a beach condo, I want it to be relaxed. I want them to kick up, you know, put their feet on the sofa, be able to relax. They're at the beach, they're gonna be bringing sand
We gotta
into the
make
house.
it look good too.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna create that space for them and allow them to really enjoy the amazing view that they have of the beach right outside their window.
I think everybody's design process is different. I think I want a general feel of this space, so there is some layout going on in my head. We can make all of the plans in the world, but the minute things come down here, they're going to get adjusted and tweaked and all the time. So.
Right. So we had a very elementary drawing of a direction of we're going to take with this.
Basic idea.
Right. And
move forward with that,
Right.
and then change it later.
right.
I was a little nervous about it. I was excited about it too, because I know that we're going to be able to work that column into the space appropriately, and the clients are going to be really excited about what we do with it.
So this gives us a great opportunity to
Showcase our skills.
absolutely and turn this column into an advantage for us and to make our space more unique than some of the past episodes. So we're really gonna have to,
Should I so hard look at it?
but I think we can make it amazing if we incorporate it into our design and
Like
make
we
it
wanted it to be there.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Good morning, designers.
Good morning.
How's it going? Congratulations on your spaces. Both of these rooms look amazing. Jason, I want to tell you a little bit about today's special guest judges.
We really do have some special guest judges today. Iconic lifestyle experts, B. Smith and Dan Gasby. This couple from New York City, they've done it all. Extensive amounts of experience in the world of television and radio. You may recognize Bea from the hundreds of products that she has with Bed Bath & Beyond, and you may have seen Dan Gadsby on a Mercedes-Benz commercial. These guys are uniquely qualified to evaluate your coastal-inspired living spaces because they spend a lot of time in their own beach house in Sag Harbor. Bea Smith and Dan Gadsby are thrilled to be here with Space Off with us today.
How exciting is that? Okay, we need you to hang out in our design center for a little while so that Dan and Bea can come into your spaces, take a look around. We'll call you back in about an hour for final judgment. Good luck.
Good luck.
Wow, here we go. Hey guys.
What's
Hello,
going on?
Bea.
Oh man.
Welcome to Space Off.
Great.
Thank you.
Guys, the challenge today is a beach condominium. Our two design teams have designed their space for living and dining in a beach condo.
Let's take a look.
Absolutely.
Check it out.
Let's go.
So this is the first room. What do you think?
I love it. And I think it's perfect for entertaining a small crowd, or you can also have more people over here because we've got the chairs and the sofa. It's so light.
Right.
It's an easy room to be in. I mean, you go from a fabric to, you know, a little, I just love anything that has texture in it. So this, you know, the weaving here is very nice, and it's a very comfortable room.
Well, why don't we go over and sit in the living space and check it out?
Okay.
So guys, for this beach condo, for this young couple, what do you think of the color palette?
There's so much you can do if you want to bring something new in, you know, whether it's florals or whatever. It's easy to do in a room like this because it's not overdone.
Even though you're looking at these monochromatic sort of colors, if you wanted to add splashes of color, bold colors, you know, reds or even my favorite, orange, you could add these things into it and it doesn't take away their accessories. The same way you dress a person up with jewelry, or you dress a suit up with a pocket square or a tie, that's what you can do here.
So, Bea, what would you call this style?
I would call it seaside chic.
Wow.
You know, a lot of times in a condo, you have to work with a living space and a dining space in real close proximity. They kind of need to relate to each other. Do you think these spaces sort of relate back to each other and make sense together?
I certainly do.
Me too.
Because of the palette. You know, it just works really well here together.
It flows, doesn't it? Nice? It flows very nicely.
So how do you guys feel about the way that they sort of worked around or leveraged the column in the space?
I think they did a great job. I mean, just even thinking about putting the wine here right at the table makes it easy for everybody.
Yeah.
And everyone likes something new and different. Having them up there, I think, is a good idea.
Okay, you guys seen enough of this space? You want to see the other room?
Absolutely.
All right,
Definitely.
let's go take a look.
Okay.
Well, honey, look at this. This is certainly a departure from the other room, the other space that we just saw, isn't it?
It is.
But,
Dan, what do you think of this weathered finish on the table?
Well, you're asking a guy who loves anything that has patina, anything that has that look of just being out and letting nature create its own work of art.
Sure.
So I love
Sort of like himself.
Weathered?
yes. Rusty and crusty, yes.
You know, the difference in this space is that it really has a pop of color in here.
It's definitely there, honey.
Yes, I like it. I mean, because it makes it vibrant. And it's elegant in a fun kind of way. There are lots of fun things here and lots of things to see.
Well, honey, you called the other design room, you called it seaside chic. I really think this is coastal cool. And it's one of
Hold on, that's just more than furniture guys can take. We're going to have to reinvent the book on styles.
Well, you know, it's never too early to start.
You know what I love about this room? It's casually elegant. I like the fact that there's extra seating over here. I like the even the design with it because you feel like you're at the beach with it. And what about the umbrellas up there?
Yeah, they're great.
Yes, they are.
What do you think of the banquette that you're sitting in there? That allows for maybe a little extra seating.
Here's what I think of it. not just a little extra seating. Sit here, honey. How lucky can I get?
I got nothing to say after that.
Why don't we first address the elephant in the room, which is this column. They really have treated this a lot differently than the other designers.
They're bringing that inside in to do exactly what you're saying. And everything here is not perfect, and I don't think we want perfect things in everything that we do.
Comfortable.
Yes, yes.
Dan, how would you juxtapose the two spaces?
I would say more traditional at the beach versus more contemporary at the beach.
Well, have you guys seen enough of both of the spaces you think to make a decision? It's going to be a tough one.
I think we have.
I think she thinks I have, and I have.
Well, you got your work cut out for you. Welcome back, designers. How's it going? You still a little nervous? Well, don't be, because you both have done an incredible job with your spaces.
But at the end of the day, it's up to our distinguished judges to make the final decision. Dan and B, what do you think?
Well, honey, we've had a long discussion, and it's not easy when you have so much talent gathered in one space to make two rooms so elegant and really appeal to people. What did you like about this room?
I liked the fact that it's elegant. The dining area is elegant, and I like some of the artwork that's on the wall. I think that it's comfortable. I would love to have a room like that.
And you thought a lot of the wine rack. That was a very elegant way to use space, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
And when we looked at the second room, what were your thoughts about that?
The energy in it. I like that, and I like the way it was appointed. The cabinet in the back so that you see what's going on, and you know, I think the rugs again are
Hit the spot, right?
Yes, yes.
And you know, I said when I looked at it that I thought that almost like the way a fish tank can take over a room and be very instrumental in being a focal point, the objects that they had spoke to the coast, spoke to the sea, and that's what I thought had the energy, and they had a lot of fun even bringing in the umbrellas, right? So, honey, we always move as one.
Yes.
We can agree to disagree, but today we have a situation where only one lucky team is going to walk away with the grand prize. Who did we pick?
Kate and Jason.
Okay.